Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jennifer. We are a middle-aged couple with a Regal Unlimited subscription and incredible fondness for movie popcorn.
Such a fondness that we actually went out in the cold of night on Christmas night itself
Mm-hmm.
to see
Anaconda.
Anaconda.
It's not an unreasonable thing to go to the
No, of
movies on
course
Christmas
not.
night.
Of
Plenty of
course not.
people
I'm
do
just
that.
being silly.
Yeah.
If you can hear my gel bingling,
Yes.
that's not.
Gel,
It's not.
bingling.
It's not in
Bing,
your
bing,
mind.
bingling,
I am
boom.
jingling.
Bing, bing, bing.
I'm jingling, baby.
Jingle bells, baby.
All right. So we saw Anaconda,
Mm-hmm.
as is our wont,
Mm-hmm.
because we make a video for every movie we see together in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
2025 is almost over,
Yep.
folks. We're getting
Yep.
down to the wire now.
Yep.
But there will be at least one more video.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah. At least one more, maybe two.
So, Anaconda. This is a movie starring Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Thandie Newton, Steve Zahn, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and a number of other people who we won't name.
Because we don't know who they are.
Well,
And Ione Sky.
And Ione Sky in a small role.
Okay.
And it's about a bunch of friends who are childhood friends who have now drifted apart, but they come together again to make a remake or reboot or
A
reimagining,
spiritual reimagining.
yes, of the movie Anaconda, the horror
The-
movie Anaconda.
The height of American movie making, apparently.
It was not, but
No, but I mean, the movie kind of posits it as if, like, this is a meaningful movie to remake.
Absolutely.
It's like, okay. I was sold in the commercial because it looks utterly ridiculous. And what's a movie that I saw? It was utterly ridiculous.
Yes. So they scrape together the money somehow to go down to the Amazon rainforest where they are going to rent a snake and make
And
this
rent a
movie.
boat.
And through a series of complications and antics, things don't work out the way they're supposed to.
No, they do not.
And while they continue to film, the movie gets less and less focused on Anaconda. And we're not going to spoil anything, are we?
If we're not going to spoil anything, what are we going to talk about?
I don't
Jesus
know,
Christ.
but there are a lot of fun surprises in this movie, and
There are some fun surprises
we
in
should
this
probably
movie.
leave that for the viewer.
Okay, but then we can't talk about what movies it's like.
We can talk about what it's like. It's like Tropic Thunder.
Well, right, but that gives away something about the
It
movie.
does not give away anything about the movie other than it's about people making a movie in a jungle.
Okay, that's true.
And that's largely why it's like Tropic Thunder. And it's also a comedy.
There's more to why it's like Tropic Thunder than that, but to explain that is to give away part of the plot of the movie. So,
Fair.
yeah.
Anyway, it's also a little bit like Apocalypse Now, but not really. There were moments. There are definitely moments that were cribbed from Apocalypse Now in this movie.
Sure.
Anyway,
Yeah, as in all movies made, as in Tropic Thunder, they were directly referencing Apocalypse Now in Tropic Thunder.
So if you've seen the commercial or trailer for this film, you've seen probably 30% of the movie.
Yeah, and you've seen many of the best parts of the movie, but not all of them. There are some other moments in the movie that are funny, and yeah, I mean the movie is flagrantly insane. Like it
Yes.
is completely insane.
It's very unfocused.
And well, that's not why it's insane. Like yes, it's unfocused, but in a way it is very focused, right? It's a movie about making movies, which is a thing that movies like to make movies about.
Sure.
But then it's also a movie about like intellectual property, right? Which is a thing you see movies discuss less transparently.
Sure.
So that's amusing. And as they allude to in the movie, it's about more than this, and it's about friendship and aging and all this other kinds of stuff.
Given the theme of the movie very early on, which is that the snake symbolizes all the things that come before you when you're young and drive you into an unsatisfied middle age, like student loans and stuff.
Yeah, that's not how it's said in the movie, but sure,
That's almost exactly how it's said in the movie.
That's part of?
That's what Steve Lazan says in the movie.
Did he mention student
said
loans?
student loans.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so
yes, at the beginning, in the
yes,
diner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I know that this video is not the most focused thing we've ever done, but you know it's Christmas night. We're a little loopy.
Sure. I mean, it's a movie that I don't know. How are we going to talk about this movie without saying what's going on in the movie?
We can talk about the premise. You just can't talk about the twists.
Okay.
So they're on this boat, and yeah, the captain of the boat is not who she claims to be.
Well, that's not obvious in the commercial.
Fine. So what is obvious in the trailer is that the first snake doesn't make it.
Yes, first snake doesn't make it.
So they have to go looking for a second snake.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a mistake.
They find a lot more than they bargained for.
Yes.
That you can get from the trailer.
Yes.
And that leads to quite a bit of the movie's comedy, which is there's a lot of slapstick in this. There's a lot of very silly bits of people doing dumb things.
Yeah.
Thinking they're being smart.
And like running from things and trying hard to, get away from things. And Ice Cube pops up, like there are all sorts of references to the first movie. And, like I still have never seen the original Anaconda. I discovered by looking at IMDb about this movie that there were apparently 4 sequels to that movie that I never heard of. So that this is technically the 6th Anaconda movie. I'm like, what? There is like an Anaconda cinematic universe that I do not know anything about. So there may have been references to other elements of the cinematic universe that I do not know, but they made direct reference to the first movie in ways that I got that were obvious even to somebody who hadn't seen it.
But you don't have to have seen Anaconda to enjoy this film.
Clearly you do not. Like, I had not seen it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's very referential, but yeah, not in a way that it matters whether you actually get the reference. Like, you don't have to get the references because they are so obviously references. They say that what they are saying is this is a reference to this movie. But yeah, it's like they are just like stuck on this movie. Like, this movie has like meaning in cinema, as opposed to like a goofy monster movie, and so yeah, it's fun, and it is the second Paul Rudd monster movie we have seen this year, because we saw him in Death of a Unicorn.
That's right.
Which was basically a monster movie.
Oh, it was absolutely a monster movie.
And so which one of these movies would you say is better?
Death of a Unicorn was better. God.
Yeah, see, like this...
It had its own problems.
This movie has better special effects.
Same level. They're on the same level. I think this one's slighter. I think that Death of a Unicorn had more going on.
Yeah.
There were dimensions to it beyond the obvious. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is just a farce about trying to make a movie about Anaconda.
Yeah.
And things going wrong. And even that's giving this movie credit. I think that it is not, like I said, it's not a focused movie, and it's kind of all over the place and wants to do a bunch of different things. So I think Death of a Unicorn was better overall, but I think this one still has incredible charm. It's very sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very silly.
Yeah, I feel like Death of a Unicorn, because it was original. You know what I mean? Like, I had never seen anyone try and do that particular plot before. But they spent like $4 on these special effects that are actually like crucial to the movie. And this movie spent more money on its special effects.
All right, who had more chemistry with Paul Rudd? Jenna Ortega or Jack Black?
Jack Black has more chemistry with the role than anyone has with anything. So yes, the two of them...
Did you feel the friendship between the two of them?
Oh yeah, and I mean, and the two of them have like much more of a dynamic than he and Jenna Ortega did, because it's supposed to be like father and daughter. Like, they worked really well together. Yes. But if I'm going to watch those two bounce off of each other, like I would much rather watch Jack Black do anything. Like, I find him hilarious, like, even
Fair
when
enough.
he's being terrible.
Okay. So yeah, and this is not Jack Black's best movie. In terms of being a Jack Black movie, I think that School of Rock was his masterpiece, and I would say this is not at that same level for Jack Black. Paul Rudd gives it his all, like he always does, and he's always charming.
And so does Jack Black. I mean, is
And
the thing,
it's
like,
hard to believe that man is 95 years old.
I'm gonna say that we are past the point of Paul Rudd is ageless. Now it's just a joke, as opposed to, like, no,
Something uncanny.
there's nothing uncanny about it. He has had an incredible amount of work, and you can see it, and you can see him aging. Like, yeah, the man is probably completely gray, like, he's got that perfectly composed and colored hair that means it comes from a bottle and doesn't come out of his head.
But
and, like,
you know who's
no.
not aging? Benjamin Newton.
No, but I mean, you know why. She also has had an incredible amount of work. And they put her, like, in a crime against humanity wig. They, like,
That's true.
found this thing that, like, the wig weighs more than she does. I don't even know where they found this fucking thing. Like, yeah, they spent the money on the snake. They did not spend the money on a wig. Like,
She looks pretty good in a khaki onesie, though.
she looks good in a khaki onesie, and she looked better later in the movie with the wig turned into pigtails. But when the wig is just, like, hair, it's like, and he's like, bang. And no, they did my girl dirty. That's bad. It's just bad.
So Steve Zahn
He was
is
amazing.
really good in
He was
this.
absolutely amazing.
He's very good.
He might be the best actor, like the best, like, just, he had all the best things to say and do.
Given some of the
Oh my
craziest
God.
lines and things, definitely.
And craziest decision making, and, like, just, what are you doing, dude? Oh my God.
Although he had a great double in Santiago.
That guy was also, like, the guy who's the original snake handler is the craziest motherfucker. And, like, also has these just, like, great lines, and, like, his diction is just like, what? Who is this? What is this? Oh my God.
So I will say this is we might be overselling this movie. It's kind of a borderline case where, like, it could have been terrible.
Yeah.
Like, one step over this line and it would have been terrible, and it's just that side of the line where it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing to it. I mean, this is as popcorn a popcorn movie
Yeah.
as popcorn movie is, and it's a very 2025 popcorn movie that we couldn't find a way to put Paul Rudd and Jack Black together in an original movie, and so
and of course they almost didn't.
And yes,
as you mentioned,
yes, the IMDb indicates that the guy who directed this is the guy who directed Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage.
And the plan was.
And
sorry,
I'll finish the sentence.
Okay.
So he offered it to them. Like, he came up with the idea while he was making that movie. And Pedro Pascal was like, yeah, I'm busy. And Nicolas Cage necessarily wasn't going to do it. And then he said he would do it and he was going to be the Jack Black character. Mm-hmm. But then he wanted the character changed, and Sony was like, fuck it. And then they he was going to be the Jack Black character. And then they hired Jack Black instead.
Which was the right choice.
By far the right
God,
choice.
This would not have been a good movie.
He's so fucking insane. And yeah, I mean, he makes any movie tolerable. I mean, we did not go see that Borderlands atrocity.
I did.
But, oh, you did see it.
Didn't you see it with me?
No, I did not see that movie.
Okay.
No. And
I mean, he's the only good part in that
that's
movie.
what I was going to say. From the commercials, he looked like the only part in that movie that might actually make you guffaw a tiny, tiny bit. Did he make you laugh a tiny bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And everything else made you want to stab the screen, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And that's what that commercial looked like, right? So I picked that out as a movie that looked like it had to be an utterly terrible movie where Jack Black would be the only even vaguely amusing part. So I'm glad to know that I was write about what that movie would be.
Sure.
Yes, I did not see that.
And even poor Jack Black. So Jack Black plays a robot in the movie. He's the voice of a robot in Borderlands movie, and it's Claptrap, if you know the video games at all, who is a divisive character to say the least. He's the world's most annoying robot. Is kind of his shtick, and Jack Black apparently recorded all of his voice lines separate from everybody else. Like he never actually met the other actors in the movie, which is really unfortunate, and it makes it very uncanny.
But I mean, lots of stuff is recorded that way. That's not atypical. I mean,
so they recorded his lines before they made the rest of the movie.
Oh,
so there wasn't even like a playback for him to listen to. He was literally just responding to the script.
Right. No, and that's not untypical. But if they change the script afterwards, like
it's a tough job for any actor.
Sure.
And so he does his best, and he does pretty well, but the movie is just terrible.
Yes.
Anyway, so I don't know why we're talking about Borderlands so much. Just to fill the time, I guess, because we're not going to spoil Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think we should. So maybe we should stop here.
We should stop here.
It's fun. It's a cute, fun movie. It is very, very thin on the
Brain
ground.
dead.
But
and entertaining. It has lots of good music in it because it's supposed to be reminiscent of the late 90s. And they pull out some late 90s gems. They pull out some older than that as well. But yeah.
So it reminded both of us of Tropic Thunder, but Tropic Thunder is 1,000 times better than this.
Yes.
You're not gonna regret seeing this movie. That's the best we can say for it.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
okay.
You'll enjoy it,
it's all right.
but like
it's
it's thin. But enjoyable.
It's fun.
A perfectly fine thing to do on a Christmas evening.
Yes. Okay, so until next time, which may be our last video for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Cliffhanger. Are we coming back for 2026?
I don't know. That's what we'll talk about in the next video.
Okay, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.